For the first time ever, a Big Five publisher has pulled a commercially released novel because readers, not editors, not algorithms, figured out it was likely written by AI. If you run a business that touches content, publishing or creative work, what just happened should be on your radar. Here's the story. Hachette Book Group, one of the largest publishers in the world, announced on March 21st that it will not release the horror novel Shy Girl by Mia Ballard in the United States and is pulling it from shelves in the UK, where it had already sold around 1,800 print copies. The book was originally self-published in February 2025, picked up thousands of ratings on Goodreads, and landed a deal with Hachette's Orbit imprint for a spring 2026 US release. But then things unraveled. Readers on Reddit, Goodreads, and YouTube started flagging telltale signs of AI-generated prose, repetitive sentence structures, overuse of dashes, generic metaphors, and inconsistent narrative voice. A January 2026 YouTube video calling the book AI slop racked up over 1.2 million views. A Reddit thread drew hundreds of comments, many from people who said the writing felt unmistakably like ChatGPT output. An AI detection tool called Pangram analyzed the full text and estimated it was 78% AI generated. Then, the New York Times contacted Hachette directly. The next day, the book was dead. Hachette said it conducted a lengthy investigation and that it remains committed to protecting original, creative expression and storytelling. Author Mia Ballard denies personally using AI. She claims an editor she hired to polish the self-published version introduced AI-generated content without her knowledge. She says she's pursuing legal action and that her reputation has been destroyed. Whether you believe her or not, the outcome is the same. A major publisher made a costly, late-stage decision to kill a book deal over AI authenticity concerns. Now, why should this matter to you? Think about what this reveals about the supply chain of content. Hachette has professional editors, a rigorous acquisition process, and contractual requirements for authors to disclose AI use, and the AI-generated text still made it through. It took a crowd of internet readers to catch it. That's a massive gap in quality control, and it's not unique to publishing. Consider 3 scenarios where this applies directly. First, if your company outsources content, blog posts, white papers, marketing copy, you now have a concrete example of AI-generated work passing through professional editorial review undetected. Your vendors could be doing the same thing. Second, if you work in any creative industry, from advertising to game development, the Shy Girl case sets a precedent. Audiences are getting better at spotting AI output, and the reputational damage of getting caught is severe and fast. A YouTube video and a Reddit thread were enough to unravel a major book deal. Third, if you're building or investing in AI detection tools, this case validates the market. Pangram's analysis was cited in multiple outlets. The Society of Authors in the UK just launched a human-authored certification logo. The US Authors Guild did something similar in 2025. Verification of human-created content is becoming a real product category. But here's where it gets complicated. AI detection tools are not reliable enough to be definitive. False positives are common. Pangram's 78% estimate is suggestive, not proof. Hachette itself wouldn't disclose whether it used AI detection software in its review. And Ballard's defense, that an editor introduced AI text, raises a genuinely thorny question. In a world where multiple people touch a piece of content, who is accountable if AI slips in at one stage of the process? Publishers require authors to attest that work is original, but few have technical systems to verify that claim. Industry consultant Thad McElroy put it bluntly, this is the proof positive of what many of us have considered an issue, that this will happen, and now it has happened. The uncomfortable truth is that as AI writing tools get better, the stylistic tells will fade, and crowdsourced detection will get harder. Today's red flags, the dashes, the overwrought metaphors, the compound sentences that no human would naturally write, those are artifacts of current generation models, not permanent signatures. So what should you actually do? Here are 5 concrete actions. 1. Audit your content supply chain. If you use freelancers, agencies, or editors, ask them directly about their AI policies and put disclosure requirements in your contracts, just as publishers now do with authors. 2. Test your own content. Run samples through detection tools like Pangram, GPT-0, or originality.ai. They're imperfect, but they can flag material that warrants a closer human review. 3. Establish an internal AI use policy. Define what's acceptable. AI for brainstorming and outlining is different from AI generating final copy. Make the rules explicit and put them in writing. 4. Monitor how your audience reacts to AI content. The Shy Girl case proves that readers and consumers are developing real instincts for spotting machine-generated work. If your audience turns on you the way Goodreads and Reddit turned on this book, the brand damage is immediate. 5. Watch the certification space. The Society of Authors' human-authored logo and the Authors Guild initiative signal a broader move toward provenance labeling. If you produce original content as a competitive advantage, early adoption of these standards could differentiate you. The bottom line, a horror novel just became the publishing industry's first real AI authenticity crisis, and it exposed gaps that exist in every industry that depends on original content. If you want to stay ahead of how AI is reshaping trust, credibility, and creative work, subscribe to AI Blueprint. We break down exactly what matters and what to do about it.